So we're in 16, Proverbs 16. Today it says the preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. The Lord the Lord has made all for himself. Yes, even the wicked for the day of doom. Everyone proud in his heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, none will go unpunished. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than vast revenues without justice. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Divination is on the lips of the king. His mouth must not transgress in judgment. Honest weights and scales are the Lord's. All the weights in the bag are his work. It is an abomination for the kings to commit wickedness, for a throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of the king. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him who speaks what is right. As messengers of death is the king's wrath, but a wise man will appease it. In the light of the king's face is life, and his favor is like a cloud of the latter rain. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He who keeps his way preserves his soul. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. He who heeds the word wisely will find good, and whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. The wise in heart will be called prudent, and sweetness of the lips increases learning. Understanding is a wellspring of life to him who has it, but the correction of the fools is folly. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth and adds learning to his lips. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the bones. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. The person who labors for himself, for his hungry mouth drives him on. An ungodly man digs up evil, and it is on his lips like a burning fire. A perverse man sows strife, and a whisper separates the best of friends. Wow, didn't know that was in there. A violent man entices his neighbor and leads him in a way that is not good. He winks his eye to devise perverse things. He purses his lips and brings about evil. The silver-haired head is a crown of glory, if it is found in the way of righteousness. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Is there any of those you want to read?
Yeah, there is just this one. I think it was number 23. A wise man's heart guides his mouth, and his lips promote instruction. A wise man's heart guides his mouth. So from the heart, things are spoken. That wise heart, the wise man's heart will guide your mouth. So the things that come out of your mouth basically are the things that are in your heart. And then his lips will promote instruction. That's for a wise man. So I would say that even a person who is not wise, whatever is in his heart comes out of his mouth. And he might not be promoting instruction. He could be promoting some other things. So that's just the way I see that one. Okay.
Excellent. That proverb has a lot of familiar sayings in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandpa used to say that
You hear a lot.
Yeah, there's one.
Pleasant words like honeycomb.
Yeah.
There's a way that seems right to man, but the end
That's
is
the
with
one.
them.
My grandpa used to say that all the time. There's a way that seems right to a man.
Right.
The highway of the upright avoids evil. He who guards his way guards his life. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are familiar. If you guys know any of the ones that sound familiar that you heard people say often, a lot of times we kind of don't understand where it came from. We'll hear that was Proverbs 16. And in that proverb, there's a lot. Does your proverb have like a top? Oh, yours is no, because you know how sometimes they have those titles up top of what the overall
it's about
topic is about. Mine is for that is wisdom exalts God. So when you use wisdom, you're actually exalting God.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of little sayings that we hear in life, especially in the Black and brown communities,
came from a proverb.
Came out of a proverb. You know, just kind of the words are a little different. Our life application today, you guys. We want to jump into that life application real quick. And it's coming again out of Proverbs 16, the first through the third verse. And we're just calling it the law of navigation. The law of navigation. So
makes sense.
Effective living requires that a person practices the law of navigation. So Proverbs 16 opens by sharing that the preparations of the heart belong to man. But the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. So what's in our hearts, up to us. The answer of the tongue is from the Lord. But quite simply, everything that we do is pure and justifiable in our own sight.
That's the truth.
So it's coming from our heart. We think we're right.
We think we're right.
Right. That scripture says there's a way that seems right to man, but the end is the way of death. Right? So we're always justified.
Yeah.
I can always justify my actions. I can always justify my words, and so can you. That's just what we can do, because they're coming from us, right?
It's how we feel, how we think.
Right.
Yeah.
Even when we know we're not right, we can figure out a way to make that thing fit, right? So therefore, it's wise to learn to compare and contrast our thoughts and beliefs against the source of our vision. So the source of our vision, that's up to you. Who's the source of your vision? You know, is it God? Is it the Word? Is it the latest influencer? You know, is it, you know, a rapper, a singer, a television show? I don't know. Whatever other things. So what's the source of your vision? Now, I can tell you this. All of us, the source of our vision originally is God. That's our Jeremiah 1:5. If you ever heard me talk, I always talk about it. You know, before he knew me, you know, and before I was in my mother's womb, you know, he formed me and then ordained me to do a thing. So, and then
the origin.
Right. And I think it's also Hebrews, the first chapter, where it talks about we were predestined before the beginning of time, according to his good will and good pleasure. So there was a source of our vision, our reason, our purpose for being that many of us aren't even aware of, right? So even before we had a physical body, that was put in place. I don't want to get real, you know, kind of deep, but anyway, the source of our vision was originally that, but along the way, the source of our vision has changed according to what we think, our heart, what we've decided.
What we've experienced, what we like. That's where the soul comes in. Right. Things that we picked up along the way that satisfy our soul.
Right.
Because the soul is the thing that needs work.
Right.
Not the spirit man. The spirit man is well. As long as we take care of it, it can be stronger and be the larger of the spirit soul body. It can be the larger, which it should be. It should be the thing that we can feel the most, we understand the most, we speak through the most. But our soul man, because of this daily life and living and the things that we've experienced or gone through, sometimes takes over. We allow it to. Parts of that soul is our mind, you know, our feelings, all of those things. We allow that to be larger. And that sometimes can misconstrue what it is that God originally designed us to be and who he designed us to be.
Right. So we need to be careful.
Definitely.
Be careful of what we're allowed to be the source of our vision. It could be your job. You know, it could be a pastor or someone that, you know, a group that you belong to. You can make those things greater
Yeah.
More of a guidepost for you than
Mm-hmm.
the actual vision that you've been formed with.
And
you were doing anointed in your mother's womb.
And then going back to something you said earlier, how we can then justify it in our mind to make it seem right. So, for example, you're saying you have your job. You make your job your source. You make your job your focus. I got to work every day. I got to take care of these needs of the house. I got to do this. And this is why I do it, And so then I work for this person. I have to make sure I give all this, and that.
And they're all good reasons.
My time. Yeah, they're justifiable reasons so that you can make provide for your family and all of that. But when that thing then becomes the source,
reason, right?
Yeah, then what has happened? Your soul now has stepped in.
Yep.
Your spirit man, the connection to God, where He's giving you direction and instruction on how to handle things in your home or with your family. You get all mixed up because that job now is more important than anything else, and everything else will have to wait. Everything else takes back seat. That's when you know that you're listening to the wrong thing. The wrong thing is influencing you.
Right. You switch positions.
Yeah.
Things will switch positions. That's why we call it the spirit, soul, body challenge. You gotta prioritize things. So, in other words, we're saying we can justify everything in our own sight, right? So we gotta learn to compare and contrast the things that we think is right, our thoughts and beliefs, against the source of our vision, making sure that the source of our vision is godly, is God, is eternal, right? So when we commit our works to the Lord, then our vision and our purpose becomes clearer. We can see our way. And when our vision, our purpose becomes clearer, we're more intentional in our actions, and we're more fulfilled in our movements on a daily basis, right? So what was a big deal is no longer a big deal. We be actually transformed into a whole other being, a whole other way of operating and seeing things, right? So at that point, then our thoughts become established. So that's that Proverbs 16, 1-3. So these verses teach us a few things, right? First of all, it teaches us to check the source of vision. So we just said that to you. What's your source of vision? Right? And sometimes that's some tough work to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a tough work to do.
Face that. We're looking at things backwards.
Right. For many years, my job was my source of vision. And not until that was compromised was I willing to make any changes in me. And that's when I knew, your job is your God. And God will take that away. And then what you going to do? So anyway, check this.
Family.
Oh, okay.
Mine was mostly family, our relationships with our family. So, and it's still to today, I have to tear myself apart from feeling like that is my responsibility, and it's not.
Right. And that's interesting you say that, to me too. So we have to kind of watch that. The next thing that those verses tell us to do is to check our motives.
This is the most important one here.
Check our motives. What's your motive?
Why?
Right. What's your purpose? What you trying to do?
Why are you doing this? That thing, right? Well, when I say the most important thing, let me say for me, because I don't want to say it's the most important thing for everybody, but that's the most important thing for me. I have to constantly say, why do you want this? I think I got this from Pastor Gwen. I remember her saying, where she would ask herself, she would go like to the ocean and sit somewhere and say, why do you want what you want? Why is it? And that's just like when she said something, she was teaching, I think, on Soul on the Hill, Soul Food on the Hill. I heard that and I thought, that's like such a good thing to consider. Why is it that I want what I want? Does it have anything to do with God? Does it have everything to do with me? Does it have anything to do with transforming and changing lives? And if that one that I said in the middle, me, then guess what? I'm not doing anything for God, and I don't know if I'm transforming anybody's life. Right. So I need to start transforming my own first and check my motive. Why do I want what I want?
And that's how you unjustify your ability to justify yourself. When you look at your motives, and if everything is about you, then you are, first of all, you're not a leader, because leadership is about influencing everything around you. And at that point, are you actually accomplishing?
Operating as a leader.
Right. You're not operating. Yeah, that's good. And at that point, you're not actually checking the source of your vision. So Motive is the second thing. And Kim mentioned, just kind of sidetrack, Soul Food on the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Food on the Hill. So our pastor in San Diego, the church where we sat, Open Door Family Worship Center, Pastor Gwendolyn Matthews
Mm-hmm.
and Charles Matthews. So I know her Facebook page. I think it's Gwendolyn Matthews. I don't know what it is. So she does a Soul Food on the Hill. I think it's like an hour long.
In San Diego.
Yeah.
The
time's a little different.
Yeah.
But you can check her Facebook page and see the
10
times.
o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock there.
I think she does it like 3 times a week or something like that.
That's another thing that would connect, that would help with even the spiritual body to go check those out. Maybe we'll have to post one and then get the definite times for here, because I think she does it at 10 o'clock their time, which would be 1 o'clock. Yeah, it is. It is. Because remember, we were supposed to get on with the thing. Yeah, so it's 10 o'clock their time. So it's 1 o'clock. So after your noonday prayer, go there and look for Gwendolyn Matthews in San Diego, California, and it's called Soul Food on the Hill.
So we'll try to post a link in the group or maybe on our pages to try to
break down that soul thing for real.
Right. The third thing it does, so you got to check the source of your vision. It tells you to check your motives, and the third thing it tells you to check is your outcomes. What are you trying to pursue? Mm-hmm. So you're looking at, what is it? Mm-hmm. Why is it? And then, what am I trying to do? Mm-hmm. So if you don't know where you're going, then you'll just keep going.
So the source, the motive, and my outcome.
Yeah, what's it supposed to look like? Mm-hmm. You know when it's done. So here's 5 keywords for understanding how wisdom helps leaders navigate their way through life. The first word is process. Mm-hmm. Process. So here's this. The vision and the plan for your life usually unfolds over time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what is being revealed progressively? Mm. So it's about the process, the growth, your fitness journey, your soul journey, your spirit journey. It's all about the process. Enjoy the process. Mm. Enjoy the ride and the process.
Hard. That can be so difficult for us because we feel like once we get this thing, God is telling us we got to do it right away. We just got a word that said sometimes we just got to ask God, when's the right timing for that? Right. And it's so true. And I know we have stuff that God has showed us that we've sat on for years because we didn't know when. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, all the pieces come together. And then it's like, okay, now. Mm-hmm. So we do it then. Right. But it's so powerful to know the timing. Right. The timing. There is the process. And you should enjoy it. You should wait on it.
The process is going to happen progressively. Everything is not a supercomputer, a cell phone that you can touch, and then it happens right away. Mm-hmm. So keep that. So the next word we want to focus on, the law of navigation here, is purpose. Purpose is probably one of my favorite words. You always hear me talk about purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Purpose. You are meant to accomplish your purpose. Mm-hmm. You're meant to. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. I mean, why do we have a computer? So it can compute. Why do we have a phone? So it can phone. Why do we have a car? So it can car. These things are created to do that thing. And it's meant to accomplish it. It's not. A car is not meant to not start.
Right. It's
supposed to start. It's supposed to work. You are supposed to accomplish your purpose. If you see it, I say it all the time, if you see it, you're meant to be it. You're supposed to be it, right? So your purpose is what you're meant to accomplish. So you got to ask yourself on a daily basis, why was I created? Yeah. And you have to know what that is. Mm-hmm. Despite what it feels like, despite what circumstances say, despite what mama and them told you.
That's right.
Despite what anybody said and how much they pushed you down coming up. I know I've had self-esteem, self-image issues into my 30s and 40s before I broke some stuff off.
Starting as a child.
Right, starting as a child. Matter of fact, trying to say it, there was a person that I just had a problem with from the time I was a kid because I was kind of bullied a little, right? And just recently, 2 weeks ago, I get contacted on Facebook and had to really accept the friend, right? Which was a problem for me. I know it sounds petty, but it was a problem. Like I wanted to fight. I even told my youngest son, listen, we go see your grandma. If you see me just hook off on this person, I'm spreading the bad seed in my son. So anyway, long story short.
This was some time ago I said this to the son, but yeah.
What I'm saying is that that bulliness and that stuff happened all those years ago. I carried that with me into my adulthood to the point where I wasn't even ready able to operate in my full purpose because of what somebody said, just teasing, that's kids.
So if you feel like that there is something you know that God has called you to do, but you are afraid to take that step forward because you're thinking about what they, them, him, her is about to say or have said to you, then that is when you need to address that issue within you to wonder, why is it?
Right.
Why is it that I won't go forward? What is it that person said that is stopping me? Guess what? They might even forgot that they did or said certain things to you.
And I'm sure this person has no clue.
Probably has no idea.
It was just kid stuff.
Yeah.
So, which ain't always nice and
it's pretty terrible, and it can do some molding of your life.
Right. But my point is how I
allowed it to stop your purpose.
Yes, and how I kept going to be able to operate in my purpose was I started asking myself, why am I created? Why do I have this gift? Why am I in position? Why is this person listening to me? That person. Now I wasn't doing that on purpose. It was just kind of happening.
Right.
But now it's clearer to me. Oh, that's why. So we're sharing it with you.
And then one other thing, if someone speaks a bad seed over you, even as a child, it's up to you whether or not you root it out or you water it. And the way Newt is saying it, for years he watered that.
Yes.
And it grew.
Yes.
So now it's time for us to uproot.
And it grew a whole bunch.
Jeremiah.
It grew a whole bunch of stuff. We only have time to talk about that. So we got process, we got purpose. Here's the next P: potential.
Potential.
Potential. So we told you have a purpose. You're meant to accomplish it. So you've been given gifts and abilities. You've been given skills. You've been given things that you can do. There's things Kim can do that I can't even breach on.
And the same.
Right? So I'm not a good dancer. But if I was to study dance and to practice every day, I'd probably go from the 2 or 3 that I am up to a 7. Because it's just not my gift. Right? I can do it probably, but I won't be Nadia Comaneci, or I can't think of or what's that? The one guy challenge. I'm thinking of his name. It'll come to me.
I thought Nadia was
what's the black guy?
The ice
what's the black guy tap dance?
I don't know. I know. Yeah. Okay, but go ahead.
Anyway, I won't be
Gregory
Hines. Yes, I can't be a Gregory Hines because I don't have those gifts, those skills, right? But what I'm saying to you is your gifts, your passions, your skills, your abilities, they're meant to be used. That's what you use to accomplish your purpose. Right? So they're meant to be used. So you have to ask, does this goal, does the thing I want to accomplish, does it fit who I am and what I can do? So if I have a goal to be in the Olympics as a floor gymnast, that's a crazy goal for me because I don't even have those skills. And you watch us in the workout, I lose timing in the workout, I'm saying left and moving right and stuff like that. It's, so I'm not speaking negatively, I'm speaking realistically here. I can accomplish it, maybe a 6, 7 if I work real hard at it, but it's not my inherent gift or ability.
Or many times not even your desire.
Right.
Usually the desire, we can talk more to that because that'll really take us into purpose teaching.
Right.
Okay,
so
anyway.
You have potential. You got potential.
But talk about how potential could go and because that could maybe that'll take us off.
Let's take us.
But I just love that.
So I just want you to focus on these words right now. 5 words of understanding the wisdom and how leaders or how you use them to navigate your way through life. You got process. Process is going to happen progressively. What's your vision? It's a process. Understand it. It's going to happen over time. You got a purpose. You're supposed to accomplish that purpose. Ask yourself why you're created. You have potential. There's gifts, skills, and abilities that are inherent to you. You're supposed to use those things. Don't suppress them. That's what I'm saying to you. Develop them things. Walk into them. When you're doing your exercises and your legs are burning, if you shy away from it, then you just stop that progress. What you try to do is give yourself 2 or 3 more seconds. Go to it a little more. Right? So develop that thing, right?
Even in your prayer life and all that too.
Right. Ask yourself, does this goal fit my gifts, skills, and abilities? Can I even do this? Right? So ask yourself that. The next P word is prioritize. So you must adjust your time and energy to focus on your purpose. You got to prioritize. So we're really good at saying what we need to do. We're really good at kind of listening it down and knowing all this stuff. And I know here's where Kim and I fall short, is I don't always So I have them on the wall or on the calendar, but I don't always prioritize them. Where the most important thing is done first, or the big rock. And we don't have time to talk about the big rock, but the big rock is the thing that affects other stuff. That is done first and then taken care of. So
it makes all the other things easier.
Right. So we got to prioritize things. So you got to ask yourself, what steps should I be taking? What steps should I be taking first? What's really important here? You know, so that means that sometimes your loyalties and those things that you want, this goes back to motive, those things you want to promise everyone else so that they'll look at you in a certain way.
Yeah.
You have to push them aside, ignore them, and handle what's really important that aligns to your purpose, because that's why you're here.
And if those promises are getting in the way of your process, your purpose, your potential, then you need to definitely prioritize and say, I can't do it. I would love to help you, but this is what I will be able to do. This is what I will not be able to do. Right. If it's getting in the way of your purpose, then you got to say no.
Right.
Hard word.
Because when you don't, what you're doing is you're telling yourself that you're not important, that everyone else is more important than you. And that is just simply not true. You are the most important person on this planet to you. Now, I know that sounds like pride. It's not pride.
No.
We've been given this thing to develop and to unleash into the world. It's our responsibility to.
That's your responsibility.
That's our responsibility. That's our biggest responsibility.
Carry out the purpose that God placed on your life. And when you turn and do something else outside of what He ordained, then what it is, you then become an enemy to your own purpose.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good, because an enemy is anyone that stops you from
accomplishing your purpose.
So after you do all that, look at the process, the purpose, the potential, and prioritize, get everything lined up. Now all you got to do is proceed.
Go forth.
Proceed, right? So eventually you'll be required to act, and then you just ask yourself, so when do I start?
Yeah.
Right? That's our life application for today. We went long today, but I think that one was good.
I got it.
You got it. And once you guys get ready to work that core, and let's get our blood pumping. So again, we always start out with a warm-up to get our bodies moving. So we're going to start with the walk in place. Oh, I'm sorry. Ab interval, we're going down first. You want to?
Going down.
Are you okay with going down first?
Down.
So take it down.
Oh, yes.
Right. So I want you to go back to a child's pose as much as you can. My child's pose gets better as I go. Right. Come back up to a plank.
Oh, child's pose plank.
Go to a child's pose.
So our plank, if you're not doing a plank, we are doing on our knees and reaching out in front of us.
Go back to a child's pose. Should feel a little better now.
And you're going to feel
Come
that
back
stretch.
to the plank. So put your feet about shoulder width apart. If you can, from the plank, go up to the downward dog. So with the downward dog, you're like pushing your butt in the air, trying to keep your back flat and your hands kind of towards your ears. Come back to the plank. With the plank, squeeze that butt in. Right hands, wrists and shoulders in play. Tuck your chin in so that your body's straight. Go back to your downward dog. Tighten that, so push that butt back in the air. It's like it's a string in the middle of your butt pulling you up.
Like a puppet.
Yeah, like a puppet. Come back to your plank.
Those of you who can't do the plank, do your knees and just reach your arms out so you're stretching there.
I can't even know what's in it. So here we go. So here what we're going to do is we're going to go back to your downward dog. And this time you're going to bring your foot up. It's called a spider. Right? Try to get that foot up as high as you can. You can't get it that far forward. That's all right. Bring the foot back. Come back to your downward dog. Right? Your back and everything should be starting to feel a little better. You want to spider up on the other side.
I'm going to do the modified version where your knees are bent. You're on your knee. You just bring the one foot up, back.
We're going to do one more each side. Stretching that hip flexor. Mine is kind of ugly on this side. Bring it back. Going back to the downward dog. So this is kind of like a stretch and a warm up at the same time.
Definitely a stretch.
Right? Bring it back. So here we're going to go down to your knees. Child's pose, reset. Here's what I want you to do.
Come back to a low plank. So you're tightening that butt. Tighten the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. I want you to take it over to a side plank, right? So you can either put your feet on top of each other, or you can put one in front of each other on the floor. I don't know if you can see my feet, right? You're squeezing that inner, that under oblique. Your modified movement, just put your knee down.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Come back to the lower plank, right? 3, 2, 1. Turn over to your butt. Hands on the floor, either behind you or in front of you on your butt. Lift those legs up. You're making a V with your body. Tuck the chin so that the weight's in the core. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Back to your lower plank. Low plank. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. I want you to go to the other side. I'm going to turn so I can face you. Side plank this side.
My back will be turned. I'll be doing the modified version.
Hold it there. 3, 2, 1. Come on down to your butt. We're going to go to a V up. This time you can either keep your hands down or you can put your hands in the air. I'm going to stick mine in the air. Get those up as far as you can. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We're going to go back to a side plank. All right? Hold that side plank. If you're good, you can move it up and down. Come to your knees. Child's pose. Step up.
Turn this. I
Step
don't
up.
think you can see.
Go ahead and stand all the way up.
I don't think you guys can see.
So now, bring those knees. So you want to get your knee up as high as you can. So what I'm doing is kind of like a standing crunch. I'm making sure my hands are going side to side. I'm keeping my chin tucked so that my chest stays up high, right? And I am lifting those knees. You can hop.
If you are on my page and when we're on the floor, you can't see it. Go to news page. This is widescreen and I can't change mine while I'm live.
4, 3, 2, 1. Going back down.
What if I should have brought it in a long way? I'm gonna try it this way for me.
Now what you're doing is you're alternating. So you got your hands behind your head. You're just alternating. Up and down.
I'm gonna turn this way.
So what you're trying to do is you're keeping that lower back on the floor. Right? Chin is tucked. Right? Lifting your shoulders if you can. And you're just alternating. You're not touching those floors. Putting your feet up in the air. Reset yourself. You're going to keep the floor, one leg on the floor, and you're going to go same arm, same leg. So you got one foot on the floor. The foot that's moving does not touch the floor. And you're keeping it in your core. Trying to keep your legs as straight as possible. We're going to switch to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Put that leg down. Now you got the other one. There you go. Breathing out on the work. Always exhale on the work. Inhale, exhale. So keep that lower back on the floor so you don't tweak your back and you're keeping that core muscle tight. 3, 2, 1. Reset, put them both on the floor. Go ahead, hands over your body. Now both hands up, both legs up.
Okay, that is not something that. So I don't know the modified version for this. Do you know it, dude?
So modified version, just.
Okay. Knees bent, stretching up. So you'll keep your knees bent, your feet on the floor.
2, 1. But now we're going to recovery. So we're going to stand up, do what you need to do to get up. Now we're just going to go what's called a T shuffle. So you just side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we're this.
Now you're going to sprint up.
football players do that thing.
Sprint back, side to side. Keep the feet moving back, fast. Sprint up,
That.
sprint back, side to side. Sprint up, sprint back, keeping that core tight, side to side. Sprint up, sprint back, side to side. Sprint up, sprint back, side to side. Keeping those feet moving fast, that engages your core. Three, two, one. Going back down. Now this is going to be a little tougher. So I'm staying to the side so you can see me.
I know, I'm trying to figure out how to do mine.
So in this one, your heels don't touch the floor. Unless you're doing modify, you touch the floor. So my back leg is in the air, my front leg is in the air, hands behind my back, and I'm just alternating my legs in the air. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the one leg out, don't touch the ground. Same leg, same arm, up in the air. If you're modified, you're touching the ground.
One leg is on the ground.
So on this one, nothing's ever touching the ground. You're pointing those heels, means you're flexing your foot. 3, 2, 1. Give yourself a break. Lift them both up, other side.
Oh, I thought we had already switched. Sorry, guys. I switched. I thought we were already supposed to switch.
Pushing in those abs. Keep that lower back in the ground. 3, 2, 1. Reset. Now both arms up. Never touch. Both arms, both feet, never touch.
Remember, our knees are bent on this and we're reaching through.
So in this move, control it, bringing it down. Don't just let gravity bring them down. Control it, bring it down. Now, some people lift. I'm not real good at lifting my upper. You hear me? You hear it in my voice. This is not easy.
Definitely a core workout.
But you gotta squeeze it. The more you squeeze it, the better it works. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Gotta get up. Hop, hop, squat. You remember this from the other workout? So it says hop, hop, squat.
We're
hop,
step,
hop.
step, 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 step. Talk about the form for that squat, Newt. About your butt and your body.
So push that butt back when you go down. Squeeze that butt together when you come up. That way you're working your butt, your front thighs, your back of your thighs, which are called your hams. And when you go down, keeping that chest up, head nice to the front, shoulders relaxed, that engages your core. This is one of the best exercises for 50 and over. It's a good exercise to get you in shape, and it's functional. You got to squat to get on the sofa. You got to squat to get up. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. So on this one, it's alternating heels. So we're tapping both on the ground, right? So you just bring one out, one in. Keeping the chest up, chin tucked. That work?
I think so. Best we can do.
So both of them are touching. This doesn't feel like anything. I start to feel it like now. So what are you focusing on?
Core.
Control, right? So now, both feet in, both feet out, touch down. So lift them up, both feet in, touch. Lift them up, out, touch.
Woo.
Touch. Seems like nothing.
Oh, I feel that
Touch.
in my core.
So this is going to make you, if your back hurts, then just reset.
And
Then bring it back.
hands back if your back is hurting. Give yourself some support for your
Right,
back.
right, right. So here we go. Reset. Now we're just going up and down. So lift them up, put them down. Lift them up, Put them
So
down.
we have that lean.
Yes. So if you are doing a modified move, bend your legs.
And I thought the modified was one leg up, one leg
Whichever,
down.
whatever works. Whatever
Okay,
you
so,
can do.
yeah, I think it's the one leg up.
So reset. We're gonna bend that back knee. Take that front leg, bring it up, hold it in line with the other one. So your hands can be back, your hands can be forward, however you want. Make sure that chin is tucked so you're engaging that core. Reset, switch legs. Shoulders back, chest up. There's gonna be some round in your back, but you're fighting to keep the round out, to keep that weight in your core. Reset. Time to get up. Spread it out. To the right. To the center. Squat hold. Bring it up. To the left. To the right. Center. Squat hold. Now, the faster you're able to move your feet, the more you engage that core. Feels funny. I can feel all my little jigglies happening. That's all right. Center. Squat hold. We're going to hold this a little longer. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. That's good. Turn right. Hey. Turn center. I like it. Hold. Should be feeling strong today.
Yeah.
This way. Turn center. Hold. Bring it up. Turn right. Turn center. Squat hold. Bring it up. Going back to the floor. Good work, you guys. Alternating heel taps. So it's the same last move that we did, except this time you're keeping that extended heel off the ground. So your stomach, your front core is creating your body a board. It's making your body a board. So the modified move, you're touching with both your feet, your foot when it goes out. The one that's not modified, they're both up.
Modified is touch.
Reset. Now both in and touch, both out, do not touch.
For modified, we touch or we do one leg.
In and touch, out, do not touch. Remember, chin tucked, shoulders back, keep it in the core. Go, you feel it right there, baby.
Oh my God. And I'm touching.
Bring it back in. Back out. Reset. Keep that back leg bent. Front leg is in the air. Hold it there. Hold it there. Try to keep your knees as close together. Ken does that better than me. You are flexing that foot. Right? Switch them.
I gotta reset.
Reset if you need to. You see my shoulders go in. I gotta fight to keep it. Reset. Go back to the front leg. This time you're pulsing it. Your modified move is rest when you need to. Reset. Switch them over. Keep it moving. Hey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. Use the core to get up. This time it's a speed knee kick. Here's the regular move. I want to keep that foot off the ground and I'm kicking like this. The modified move, I'm not jumping. I'm just, right?
Like kickball.
Yeah. So again, shoulders back, chin tucked, neck long. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs.
And we're doing a kickball change, guys. When we do that, that engages the other leg. Take your core.
We're gonna make it harder. Hold your arms still. If not,
Okay.
you can run it. Whichever works for you. For me, I'm focusing on chin and shoulders and keeping that knee high. Working that other calf. You're working that other booty muscle. 3, 2, 1. Going back down, this time on your stomach. We're doing the Superman. We're gonna work that back core.
So Superman, we're just out like this, guys. So you might not be able to see me laying flat.
So you wanna squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt. Your knees should be off the floor. Your chest off the floor, your hands should be straight out. Straight out.
Sorry.
All the way up.
Oh, up.
Front, right in front of you. Right? Thumbs up. 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second. Come back up. Hands straight in front of you. Now pull down. Like you're pulling a lap bar down. Again, you're trying to keep your knees off the floor. The way you do that is squeeze that butt. When you pull this down, you should feel that in your lower back, in your upper back.
Woo! Feel that. Reset me.
Reset. Bring your arms back out. Now you're going to just take your arms straight back. There you go. And straight up. Up and back. Up and back. There you go. So with your neck and your head, you're not lunging your neck forward. You're looking down at the ground, tucking your chin. That way you engage that whole back. 3, 2, 1, reset. Now we're going to Rocket Man. Same thing, squeeze the butt, get your knees off the ground, your shoulders, your hands are back, over your butt, get them over your butt. There you go. There you go. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Now keep looking at the ground. Now you're going to want to look up because it makes you think you're going higher, but you're not. Push those shoulders down and back. Squeeze it. You need to take a break, But you got 3, 2, 1. Woo! Come on up. Give yourself a child's pose to reset your back. Step up. I'm going to stand up to step up. Step up to stand up. Going right to the mountain climber.
So are you just the march? Oh, I felt that.
So your mountain climber is engaging that lower core. You want to focus on getting them knees up. And when you add those arms, using those obliques. Not to mention your heart, your lungs. Chin back, shoulders down, neck long. Woo! Side to side. Side to side.
Reset. It's the water here.
Side to side. Hey. All right, knees. My knees are getting heavy. Gotta keep them up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it on the 1. Bring it down.
Plank, plank.
Now this is a tough one.
B. So we're back at the beginning.
So you're back on the lower plank. You bring one foot in, taking it out. The other foot in, take it out. Now you're looking at the ground.
If you need modified, bend your knee.
Woo! Can't talk on this one, you guys. In and out. Reset yourself. Come back to that lower plank. Now it's up, up, back, back. It doesn't matter what foot you start with. They both come up. Wait for the other one. They both go back. Wait for the other one. 5 more seconds on this one. Keep your butt down as much as you can. Bring it up.
Okay, guys.
Child pose.
Next one has to carry
So on this one here,
That's no joke.
you go in, lift your butt up, bring it back, back, back. Oh, keep that back flat. So I have a tendency to curl my body up, to take it out and to put it in my back and not my core. So focus to keep your back out, kind of straight, so that you have to use your core and you're not using your shoulders and your upper back. So I have a stronger shoulder and upper back.
Oh my God.
So my body wants to put it where it's stronger. So you have to think about it to keep it where your body's weaker. Okay? Give yourself a child pose reset. Last move on this one. So go right on up to that downward dog, lower plank. Knees down and up. Down and up. Down and up. 2 more. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Bring it down, reset. Step up to get up.
That was hard.
So now we're going to sprint. We're going to go sprint tabletop. Sprint.
My sprint's slow right now.
Tabletop. Hands in front of you. Back leg out.
I need balance.
So you're pushing that back leg out. Hold it. Ready? Sprint it up. Sprint it up. Sprint it up. Core tight. Other leg. Tabletop. So you're looking at that floor, kicking that back leg back. Body's at table. Ready? Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Tabletop. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tabletop. All right, last move, guys. It's a pyramid. Here we'll show you the modified move. So there's 7 in this. So I go down, back, wind up, come up 1. I do that 7 times. So down, 1,
Down.
2,
One.
now 3.
One.
Down,
Up.
1, 2, 3.
We're step, step.
Now down,
Down,
One.
step, step.
2, 3,
Up.
4. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is on the side. I got 6 of them. Down. 1,
I took
2,
that break while he
3,
turned sideways.
4, 5, 6. Bring it back up. Last one. Down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it up. Right to the job. Right to the job. Less than a minute. Less than a minute.
30 seconds, guys.
Keep them knees out. Pump them arms. Finish strong. You can see the finish line. It's almost there. Ready? We're going to go to a slow jog. Lift. Lift that knee. Lift that knee. Lift that knee.
Make your core tight. It helps with the knee.
Come on. Finish it. $6 Million Man, slow motion. 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Congratulations.
Day 16 in the books. Got the cool down stretch. Woo! Got me sweating a little.
Oh,
You
good,
got me
can
dripping.
see. I'm glad you can
That's
see.
that food I ate and went to sleep on.
You needed to do that.
All right,
Cool down.
cool it down.
Cool it down. Slow it down.
Feet wide.
Ooh.
Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. One more. This time, just go bring those hands in front of you. Push the hands out, and you're around the back. Like that. So you're like from here
Nice stretch.
to there. You're stretching that upper back, that lower back. This should feel a lot better than it did in week 1. Bring them up. Exhale down. Drop your chin to your chest. And just let your body roll down. You're going to roll down to the floor as far as you can go. Feet are just wider than shoulder width apart. Once you touch the ground or your knees or wherever you're touching, flex your quadriceps. Grab the back of your hamstrings, pull your body to your knees. Release those quadriceps. Put the hands back down. Should feel a little better. This time, flex your quadriceps. Hands behind the ankles. Pull your chest to your knees a little more. Woo! You should feel that in your hamstrings up top with those quadriceps flexed. Release your quadriceps. Release the hands, put them on the floor. Look how low you just got.
Low and good.
Good job. Hands up behind your back, clasp them together and push them up high so you can stretch that chest out. So, kind of looking like this, right? Hands back down. I want you to walk your feet in, and I want you to just roll your body up. Using your knees and your legs, squeezing your butt, taking it out the lower back. Last thing up is your head. Inhale. Right? Exhale. So I want you to turn to the left, one foot in front of the other, and you're going to stretch that hip flexor.
That's the area of.
So this back leg's supposed to be straight. Mine can't always get straight. If you can't get it straight, then come up higher. But you want it to be straight, so you're stretching that hip flexor. Go ahead and bring it down. Hands on both on the inside so that your shoulder's touching your knee. Now you're going to feel it in the other leg. Walk yourself back up. Come to the center. Stand up straight. When you stand up straight, I want you to squeeze your butt and straighten your legs so you can feel a little stretch here. Now twist to the other side. Same thing. Lean into that front knee, keeping the body high, stretching out this hip flexor. Now I know when you watch people, they're like way down. If you can get way down, get way down. If you can't, then stay up high. Just make sure that you're stretching this hip flexor. Right? Hands in the air. Go ahead and exhale. Bring yourself down. That weight goes to your front leg. In your back leg, you are pushing your heel back so you can keep your legs straight. You're touching your shoulder to your knee. One side is going to be easier than the other. Walk yourself back up, hand on the knee. Come to the center. Bring your feet together, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Get ready for the world. Or should I say, the world's getting ready for you. God, we thank you for another day. The ability to live, move, and have our being in you. We thank you, God, that we just synergize every part of us, spirit, soul, and body, and we will command and conquer this day and accomplish what you set in front of us.
Fulfilling those P's in our life. I don't really remember them all. I know there's purpose, there's potential, there's,
Process, prioritize, and progress.
Proceed. All right, guys. So we're going to proceed today. Command your morning, command your day. Look, you got a whole day ahead of you. You just worked out. Congratulate yourself, and we'll see you. Yeah, Ruthie, that heart rate's up. You can feel it.
Day 16 in the books, baby.
Day 16.
You did it. You did it.
Too.
And check out Ali.
Yes. This week, our expert for the week is Hailey Johnson. Check him out. His second commercial will be up today. Next week, we have Shay Walker. So for you ladies who are trying to get the glute and the boot tight, yes, she'll be there too. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Make it a great day or not.
The choice is always yours.
Peace.